Hey, people. What's up?
I think this is the closest to 7 we've been on in a long time.
Hey, they don't know that unless they
Listen,
sitting there watching it right now. And
and
if
they
you
be
are,
sitting there
then
watching
you
it right
know.
now.
And if you know, don't tell nobody. But we acting like we on the replay, and they don't know what time. Cause unless they go into the metadata, and they don't be looking in the metadata, they just gonna know it's between 7 and 8. That's it. That's what they need to know.
All
But
good.
it's between 7 and 8 on a
On a
Monday.
Monday.
So that means it's Making Mogul Hour. Which
Facts.
means you either win with us.
Oh, you watch us win.
What's up, people? I am Sir Vé Jano Alexander, a.k.a. King Cosmic, the one and only. If you can't find me,
Then you ain't looking hard enough.
all right. And I'm here with the one and only, the
Your,
amazing.
your favorite CEO, the baddest CEO. It's your girl, Dom Smith. That's Dom with a Y, not
Not
an
an I,
I.
get it right.
I'm excited because today, so I've been trying to have this conversation. Turn me up a little bit. I don't know why I feel like I'm low. Super low. Or
I
maybe
got
it's
you.
no, it might be my ears.
Oh,
My ears a
also,
bit.
yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna
Okay.
say, yeah,
Now it sounds good. Now it sounds good. Okay. Yeah. I've been trying to I feel like this is a long overdue conversation
Uh-huh.
because we went live back in I want to say 2022 going into 2023.
Mm-hmm.
You think?
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah, right?
Yeah.
And we went live with a couple of other business professionals, and we
I
had
think that was 21 going to 22.
that's highly possible.
It was 21 going to 22 because before
Yeah.
we got into the studio.
Okay, that makes
It
sense.
was.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we definitely did that live, and it was fun. It's a great conversation about 10 things to leave behind and 10 things to bring into the next year. So
Oh,
I
yeah.
technically did not. I didn't prepare mine.
Mm.
I ain't gonna lie, but
I can't even remember
it's
if I
okay.
did or did not. That was so long ago.
No. I'm talking about today.
Oh, today. Okay. I prepared in a different kind of way.
Yes. Okay. I like that. All right. Well, before we go into it, so first of all, I think I need to reset the energy every time we come on, because every time we come on, we got new people listening.
That's
So
a fact.
shout outs to y'all. We are very grateful for your 7 to 8 p.m. hour that you lend your ears to new information and business education and resources. That's what we're here for.
That's a
Making
fact.
Moguls is a platform literally created to help you start, scale, and bring your business to the next level. So the last couple of weeks, we are in season 3.
Mm-hmm.
There's only episode 5.
Last couple of weeks. Episode 5.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
We did the first one. That was about,
Damn, it's been a
choosing
month
to
and
move forward.
It's been a month and.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I just been locked in, so I haven't really been counting. So.
I pay attention.
Okay.
I pay very well. I got to make the flyers, so
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah.
I got to keep track of what episode we're
we
on.
are.
But yeah, we started out just talking about showing up anyway. We went live with my brother. Shout outs to CP the DJ.
Yes, we did.
Talked about music and legacy and all of that.
Uh-huh.
We had 2 episodes about planning and preparing for the holiday season.
Well, 1.5.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. True. They were both long though.
Yeah.
And then today we're gonna be talking about how to close out this year and move into a productive and exciting new year of business.
Yes.
So yeah.
Let's get into it. But before we get into it, if it's your first time, if you've never been to Making Moguls, then one thing you know about us, one thing you need to know about us, is we understand and we promote that along the way to the big wins, that you must give yourself the celebrations and the grace and the gratitude for showing up and for making everything happen. And so we celebrate the small wins and the in-between.
Yes.
Not gonna lie, sometimes our small wins be our big wins because we're excited.
Yeah.
But it's supposed to be the small wins.
Yes.
But also for us, we got big goals, so our big wins is small wins of yesterday.
I like that.
So
That's why.
yeah. Now I really realized that because I was looking, I was doing a little audit of where I'm at, and then I was like, wait, damn, the goals that I had set 5 years ago, I wouldn't even look at that list now. You know what I mean? I was like, damn. Aside from the money stuff, obviously I want to make all the money stuff.
Of course.
But aside from that, I was like, damn, no matter what the struggle was, I really did knock off a lot of stuff that I had to do. I was like, wow.
That's dope.
To the point where I wouldn't even do them no more. I was like, oh, shit.
I'm like, oh, I did that.
I did that.
On to the next thing.
Please don't ask me to do it again. But with that, what is my small win? You know what my small win was?
What?
So I went to a wedding this weekend.
Okay.
I had a friend from high school get married. And I got to see a lot of people from I haven't seen since I left Brooklyn Tech. And that was mad long ago. Like 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 15 years is June. That's crazy. And we are. Boy. And so my small win was they say people forget what you say, they might forget what you do, but they'll never forget how you made them feel. And it is really nice knowing that 15 years down the line, I could see people that I haven't seen in 15 years, and they're as excited to see me as they were when we finished high school.
That's dope.
Excited to celebrate me, excited to be like, yo, I see what you're doing, I see you doing your thing. And the biggest part is that, like, it was not just like, oh, I see you doing your thing, because that's, we get that all the time. But it was the fact that they were like, dang, VJ, you really don't change. Like, this is who you've always been,
right?
And like that showing up and being consistent in and of myself and of my brand and of what is important to me, really shined through in a way that felt like it left a legacy. You know what I mean? Like. Yeah. And so that was real nice. It was real wonderful. It felt real good.
What does this button do? Will we see comments?
No.
Oh, okay.
That's going to be like editing.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah. I got it pulled up here.
But I love that. That's really dope. And that's a really good point, because it ties directly into everything that we talk about when we host this show. I'm about to get rid of the screen thing again, because I feel like it's making me go in and out. But
there you are.
Huh?
I said there you are. I can hear you
now. But yeah, like that's a big thing for me. Like, just knowing the impression that you put on somebody, whether it's in business, whether it's personal, whether it's before where the relationship is going. As far as like how you know the person and how you plan to nurture that. I love that all this time later, like I came from like working doors, and when I first started in the entertainment industry, I worked the doors, I did co-check, I, was the assistant, was the promoter, only making money if I brought in money, all the things, right? And even now, to this day, even people that just meet me have the same understanding that I don't play with nobody money. This weekend was definitely one of those times. But so my small win, I had two. My first one is a personal business hybrid. So my baby is here for the second time in a row. Last week she yelled like midstream, but it was okay. It was okay because it was like twice.
Yeah.
But
plus it was timely.
Yeah, and it's also like, so the small win of it is just like being able to figure out how to maneuver being a mom. And still doing the things that I do and that I want to do. And just having her around all of this stuff, like that's a big small win for me, because you know, you have a kid and you think, some people think, oh, the world is over. Like, I just, you know, can never do what I want to do anymore. Like, I have to, you know, that's the first, that's the priority, and that's the only. And that's not really the case. You just have to know how to kind of, you know, balance things out and
It's all about
learning.
balance.
Yeah, and learning. Like, this is my first child, probably be my last. But this is my first child, and just like being able to have her a part of what I'm doing is so important. So I have to learn her. Every day she's brand new. Like, she says something new today on the bus. She asked some lady why she was so serious. I was like, don't say that. Like, she's, oh my gosh, she pays a lot of attention. So that's why I'm like, I have to keep bringing her around. The other small win was that, so we were supposed to have, we talked about this earlier, we were supposed to have a kids event on Saturday. And I guess the small win is technically from a few weeks back. I had to make a, you know, very hard decision to postpone that event. Still not very clear on when the new date will be. We're playing around with December 20th, but just like really realizing like when to make a decision to be still and not move forward with something because it does not make sense, or because some element of it or something that's going on, you know, just in general is going to hinder it from being what you envision it to be. Just being okay with having to be like, you know what, I can't or should not do this right now. But I will. And, you know, just being comfortable with navigating that, however it looks like once you make that decision public, because it's so hard to cancel something. We all know that. So, yeah, that was I had a great weekend, though. It was a very long weekend, but I had a lot of fun.
That's what's up. Me too. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Nah, and I feel you on that. That's how I felt this year, especially about the Cannabis Awards Music Festival. I really at first didn't want to let that one go for the year.
Yeah.
But, you know, again, it's not forcing something is worse. Always worse.
Yeah.
Especially at the level we are, where we have a certain quality and a certain standard that we like to live up to. We not gonna be happy with what we produce and not giving it the right time, opportunity, and space to give it what we can give. So it's just not worth it, you know. No matter how much you want to do it, it's just not worth it.
Yeah. Everything gotta make sense.
Yep. All right. With that out the way.
Yeah, so let's get into it because I got a lot. It may be all over the place, y'all. I ain't gonna lie, but it's gonna be a lot. So make sure y'all have your notes section open on your phone, your notebook, your pen, whatever.
You putting this video through the AI to get the summary and asking it the notes and all of the things. Because, listen, we're not wasting time. We're not wasting energy.
So let's start with the closeout. Yes. Obviously.
It is November.
Yes.
Which means you got less than 8 weeks before the end of the year. That hit like a brick.
Yeah, because I did not think about it like that. I didn't think about how many weeks are left. I was like, yeah, 2 months.
2 months.
Definitely.
Girl, that is full paychecks if you work bi-weekly. Okay. 4 paychecks.
And 2 of them might be a little light if you don't work holidays.
And if you don't, yeah. 3 of them might be a little light because you're going, that Christmas break. Oh
my God.
Listen. So, with that being said, it is a scary time. I'm going to acknowledge that because right now we are in the midst of a government shutdown.
Still.
And it doesn't look like there's any end in sight. We thought that November 1st would be the time when they was going to be like, all right, we OD.
It's been a month.
Because that's when SNAP and all the other things was affected. I actually learned last night that in other government shutdown, SNAP was always protected. This is the first government shutdown that they was just like, nah, we're not going to feed people.
So, right.
Which is crazy.
Apparently, they are going to give a partial to a lot of people, and them stating a some means not all.
Yeah.
And I don't know how that's determined.
Well,
We
a
don't
lot
know
of things
how
right
much
now,
it's going to be or anything like that.
From what I've heard, the funds are going, instead of going to SNAP, which I also learned how efficient SNAP is at feeding people versus like, because everybody's like, why not the food banks and the churches and all that stuff up? It takes 9 times amount of money to have a food bank or a church or someone feed someone actual meals.
Really?
And to just give them the money on SNAP.
Yeah.
9 times. So we just wasting money when we could just give it to the people that need. But anyways, I say that because this with this moment, a lot of the money is going into food banks and stuff instead of going directly into people's cards and stuff. Which I need a lot of people to be mindful of and be cognizant of, because I need you guys to be prepared if that is something that you have to deal with. New York State, I think, is going to be picking up some of the emergency benefits. It hasn't released yet because I checked today. They haven't released the SNAP benefits for New York yet. But I think the state might step in to try to fill that gap. But if you're not in New York, it's really a state-by-state basis right now. Federally, they just got ordered to release the funds, but they haven't yet by a judge mandate. But Trump loved playing in courts, so we're going to see how that goes. Yeah. But with that being said, as I said, like if that is your problem, please go into the resources and look up your local food banks. Please prepare ahead because there's going to be extra long lines. And please be prepared because hungry people are not the nicest people to deal with. That's one of the reasons I don't recommend.
How many posts I saw of people talking about if you see somebody robbing the local supermarket, you didn't see that.
Yeah, which is like I don't even really need to go into this too much because this is not what the topic is about.
Yeah.
But true. I do want to bring that up because and I bring this up especially to the audience, right? Because we have a lot of self-starters, a lot of people that, it's all about your individual journey and your individual process.
Right.
And I feel like America likes to use that as a way to be less compassionate. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I picked myself up by my bootstraps. Why not you? If I don't get food stamps. Why not you? And it's
I've
like
seen a lot of that, and it's unfortunate,
especially within our community because we the self starters in this and that. And everybody can't be us. We don't want everybody to be us. Okay, first and foremost, if everybody had a business, nobody would have a business. We'd all be selling to nobody. It would be the norm, exactly. Like we would be selling to nobody because everybody be wanting everybody to buy. Everybody has their place in life. Everybody has their role in life. Everybody has their situation in life. And at the end of the day, it should not be any shame for anyone to need assistance to feed themselves.
Or their kids.
Or their
families.
Because at the end of the day, I would rather have a safety net in our society, in our community, to deal with that than the alternative, which is forcing people to make hard decisions and sacrifice certain things. And then we end up in a situation like, oh, if you see somebody stealing from the local grocery store, and mind your business, but you're not realizing that is putting, like, if that local grocery store gets robbed too much, that's going to go out of business. And now we're not going to have a grocery store in the neighborhood.
When everything is fixed.
When we do have together. Money.
Yep.
And then we don't have food. And we're already living in a lot of neighborhoods and food deserts and not being able to have access to healthy and clean food and affordable options. And now we're starving them out. Right before the holiday season, in the start of winter, in the start of seasonal depression. So please be kind. Please be kind. Please look out for each other. Please share resources. Please understand that you are someone who, as a business owner, are special. And that thing that makes you special should not make you feel like you're above or better than anyone else. In fact, you should use that light to be an example of why we should support our communities, because at the end of the day, you cannot run a business without a community supporting you.
Right.
So please remember that.
Definitely agree.
Okay.
So back to the
topic.
Yes.
It is now the 8 weeks. You got to get your business prepared for the end of the year. And the first thing I want to start with is you can't prepare for the end of the year if you're not getting your books ready. If you're not looking at your numbers, if you're not analyzing your data, if you're not taking a step back to get a second opinion, a third opinion, some eyes on what you're doing, and understanding where your money went, understanding what you had plans versus what didn't happen, and having a real honest conversation about it, then you're not really serious about setting yourself up to win. Because if you don't understand, again, you can only understand where you are by understanding the history that got you there. And that goes for everything in life, and that goes especially in business. I've made a lot of mistakes in business, and I've spent a lot of years not doing that. And that's the reason why I could tell you that, because if I had sat down and was like, wait, you know what? We selling tickets at $20, but people are willing to pay $25. If I had just done something simple as that, I could have made an extra 30% of revenue by understanding what the hell was going on, instead of just, all right, I'm running next year, next show.
Yeah.
Understand that, as I said, like, it is 2025. You are living in the most volatile times in terms of new technologies entering the market, new players entering the market, new players leaving the market, markets disappearing, markets is being created. So many disruptors happen in the marketplace in this day and age, that if you're not taking into account what happened this year in your market, in your industry, in your niche, then you are really missing out a chance to position yourself for what has happened and what is to come, both good and bad. So that's the first place I want to start, is making sure that you understand. And if you don't know how to do it, then reach out, whether it's somebody like us, whether you want to go more number crunch and focus on going to an accountant, a tax professional. We're going to talk about taxes, because that's another part of this books thing, is Uncle Sam is about to come knocking at the door. And if this is your first year doing it, then again, we don't want to give you any fear or anxiety around it. We want to make sure that you're prepared, and by being prepared, you should be starting to do your research. There's a lot of different accountants. There's a lot of different programs. Look into your Chamber of Commerce, look into Small Business Association, and really look into those tax professionals, those helps for accounting and your books and your numbers. Because if you play around with Uncle Sam, he gonna come get you.
Yeah, and you should already be in communication with your Chamber of Commerce, because you already reached out to them about Small Business Saturdays. So,
yes, Because Small Business.
You already are building the relationship,
of course, because you
listen,
right? you was winning with us. You wasn't watching us win.
Exactly.
So yeah. So yes, you definitely want to start there. What about you, Don? Where would you start them out of at?
So, as y'all probably know, I am the person that they call very organized. Never feel like it, but I've come to see why people call me that. Mm-hmm. I am extremely serious about setting a plan, because if you don't plan to win, then pretty much planning to fail, right? So for me, I'm big on setting up my year. What does it look like? I have 5 businesses that I run, not concurrently, because I have learned my lesson on trying to juggle 5 balls at the same time.
Yeah, I learned that lesson.
Yeah. So but I do. Lesson. Right. And I have been able to, identify what the proper seasons are for each business, and where the slow seasons are, where the peak seasons, what I need to be doing when. So I definitely recommend taking some time to put it down on paper. And I say put it on paper because you need to be able to see it. Everything being digital, everything being in your notes, being on your computer, being in your phone, that's not conducive to you actually being able to see the plan so that you can execute it properly.
So print it out then. If you don't want to write it, then type it and print it out.
Type it and print it out. But you have to be able, I like charts. I like, columns, and I gotta see under Dom Life Productions, these are the things that I want to do per month. This is what I'm launching under Scoop. There it is during, Scoop season, all of that. So I definitely would say take the time to make sure that you have your year planned out. Have your end of year also planned out as far as like what are you doing publicly that's showing how you're closing out the year. Because again, everything is content, everything is public vision. You have to still be working during the end of the year. It's not like I'm gonna just stop and focus on what needs to be done. Unfortunately, as the business owner, you do have to be able to do, a lot of the things.
You do.
So have your plan on what it looks like to close out your year. And as you're closing out your year, make sure that you are creating your plan for the new year. So, for example, I do a outside event every year called Beach Fest. Starting now, getting the permit, putting the paperwork in place. It may take them months to approve it. We don't know what they're going to do this year. So, just having everything as much as possible in place already. Because if you're anything like me, my best work is within a 3-week period. And I've been working for the last couple of years on extending that out to 3 months.
No, I feel you. I feel you on that. Especially when you get in crunch time.
Yeah. I do my best work under pressure, but everything can be a better turnout. It could look better. It could be executed better. The revenue could be better. Everything could be better if I gave myself more time. So yeah, just like I know right now, a lot of the things that I plan to launch in the summer and fall of next year. So just knowing beforehand will help you plan better on how you're going to, list out your deadlines and, what that execution and the follow-up afterwards looks like on every project. And give yourself space because obviously, things will come up, things will pop up. But if you have a outline of your goals and what it is that you're looking to accomplish in the new year, then you're setting yourself up for like a much better year than you had this year.
Okay, and to get into those, right? The 3 documents I want to bring up. The first one is your business plan.
Mm-hmm.
That's the actual document that you're going to go to understand every single part of your business, so that someone who is funding or someone who wants to be a part of it can look at your business plan and not have to ask you any questions.
Yes.
It should be all in the business plan. And that might be a scary thing to think of without having touched it. But there's so many amazing business plan outlines out there. Mm-hmm. If you want one, you could message us, DM us, comment on this video. We could get you many of them. There's so many. So it is not really hard to start answering those questions, looking into your market, looking into your industries, doing your competitive analysis, your operating, your marketing, your finances, your boards. I think that's your whole business plan. Yeah, I think I went through the whole shit. All of those things. Once you get through all of these things, you will know what your business, where your business fits in, what your plan is. So that's your first thing. Mm-hmm. Second, your operating agreement. Please update your operating agreements. I have to do that because one of the business I have, the partner that I started the business with, and I don't work on the same business anymore. But my operating agreement doesn't reflect that. And if I do too much in my business, not that I expect her to do that, mm-hmm. but like I'm leaving myself liable for somebody to be like, well, come mm-hmm. here and give me all what I need to get.
Right.
And again, like that's a thing between me and my business partner on that. But I'm just talking about
in general, having your paperwork in order, period. Like just having it, you should already have some sort of file or something that has these documents in it. So updating it annually as things change is super important. It don't matter what the situation is. If nothing's changed, then still look over it and double check, make sure, because everybody's growing, everybody's business is growing, so things do change. But aside from that, like it's everything's on a case by case.
Yep. Okay, okay,
What was
okay.
your third document?
And the third document was operating agreement, business plan, and mission statement.
Ah, yes.
Because I'm big on redefining your why.
Mm-hmm.
Because as you go through your business every year, things change. And being clear about what your values are from year to year helps you navigate that year on what you face
Mm-hmm.
and what you will and will not accept.
Right.
Because I've had that problem where, for example, Canada Baddies. When I started, it was the goal was simply just to create a safe space for women, right?
Mm-hmm.
But now after all the things we've been through, after all the things I understand about that mission, it can't just be as simple as just to create a safe space for women because I know what comes with that, what we value in that, and what I don't value in that. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to just focus on making a safe space for women at the expense of the business,
Mm-hmm.
at the expense of our finances. I don't want to just be a sister circle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So creating and updating my mission statement to be more reflective of who we are in the current state versus where we want it to be
Mm-hmm.
helps not only define you, but helps when other people come into your business better align because you don't want people aligning with outdated policies.
Right. Yeah, that's definitely fair. I don't know. I always recommend to look at something as like a soft rebrand because it's really just updating everything that you have. But sometimes your creative vision is not. It's not conducive to the time that we're in right now. Maybe you have something that you want to change about, like you say, your mission statement or who your customer is, who your demographic is, who you're speaking to, who your message is for. So there's things that you want to update. Look at your website. Make sure that your website is clear and aligns with the message that you're working on getting out there. Um, Make sure that your products and your product plan or your service plan, everything has to just align. Everything should be able to communicate to a person that this is the story, this is the reason, and clearly put out there what it is that you are offering to the world.
Mm.
To
Okay.
your world, not to everybody.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
What's up? What's
So yeah, so I mean I feel like because it's only a couple of weeks left, like it's only 2 months left, there's not really so much to do. I mean that does feel like a lot, but there's not really so much to do. It's really just you making sure that everything looks the way that it's supposed to look. Make sure that you have a plan, make sure your paperwork and your books are in order so that you can do your taxes. Make sure you know any licenses, permits, um, anything that you have to renew for your business going into the new year. Make sure all of that is already, together and ready to be paid for. Um, yeah, I mean, those are really the main points. No? What are we
yes.
missing?
Okay. So for the reflection part, yes.
Mm-hmm.
That is definitely most of the most important parts. The next part I will tap into now in the facing forward, going forward, is aligning your brand with the future.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I would say.
Okay.
And so, in doing things like getting your business plan together and your mission statement, you would like to identify key brands, key opportunities, key relationships that you would like to invest into, whether it is existing relationships that you would like to grow or new relationships that you would like to seek.
Mm-hmm.
This is the perfect time right now because a lot of major brands are getting their books ready for 2026. And this is when they're putting their sponsorship money together for the next year. This is when they're putting together their marketing budgets and they're putting together they're hiring and all of these things. And you can start building those relationships so that you can put yourself in a position to take advantage of these things.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Good point. I feel like I have a long list of people that I want to bring on the show. And, no, right here. For the iPad? The charger? Talking about a charger for the iPad? It's in the phone. It's in my phone. It's in my phone. Yeah. So I think that that's definitely super, super duper important. To make sure that you have. Yeah, I mean it still goes with like aligning everything and making sure that your business is your plan is together.
You're right. I just want to expand upon that because not everybody could be thinking about.
Yeah.
Everybody likes to think they're an island sometimes. You know.
Right.
Forgetting they're on a planet with an ecosystem.
Listen. Okay. I've been trying to drill this in people's heads for the longest now. You have to find your tribe. Okay. Mm-hmm. Build a community. That does not just mean customer base. That also means like peer facing. You know what I'm saying? The people that stand side by side to you.
Yep.
Yeah. Like you have to find brands that you align with, other business partners, and don't make everybody a business partner. No. Learn that too. But definitely work on bringing people in that see your vision and have the expertise and the know-how, the experience to be able to sit at a table with you and brainstorm, or sit at a table with you and create, new products and collaborational things. So you don't have to do it by yourself. That's not a thing. Like, it's a thing, but it shouldn't be a thing because you can only go but so far by yourself.
Mm-hmm. And with that, I want to take that into another step and tell you, I would challenge you.
Oh, we like a challenge.
Between now and December 31st, find at least one person in your industry who you admire what they are doing and figure out a plan to reach out to them to tap into their expertise. Finding a mentor in 2025 is going to save you a lot of time and a lot of money. Mm-hmm. And it could be as simple, because if you've watched Making Moguls, you would understand that everybody that's come on this show could be paid a lot of money for what they gave.
Yeah.
But they came here to give it because we offered the opportunity, they saw the value that we were trying to create.
Right.
And it could just be as simple as having that conversation.
Right.
It could be as simple as making sure that you guys lock in and they see that you are someone that is willing to learn. Because there are a lot of people willing to teach if you're willing to learn. Come humble, come inquisitive, come ready to understand. And I'm telling you, that conversation will go a lot better than you think it will. Yeah. Obviously, don't be like, oh, I want a Beyonce to tell me, I want the dinner with Jay-Z because I'm not going to take the time $10,000. Don't do that. Jay-Z's not going to bother with you unless, I don't know. But don't take my words and be like, man, I spent all 2026 trying to get Jay-Z. No, don't blame me for that. I said your industry, and if your industry is Jay-Z's industry, you should have had his number already. Yeah. So with that being said, as I said, like, find somebody that's doing what you do in some way, shape, or form.
All right. So who are you gonna reach out to?
Who am I gonna reach out to?
Can't challenge them and not have our own part of the challenge.
I haven't decided yet, but I will be reaching out to somebody in the cannabis travel space.
Okay.
And I will be reaching out to somebody in the public speaking space.
Okay. Yes.
And I will be reaching out for somebody in the cannabis hosting space.
Right.
Because those are the three spaces that I really would like to grow in next year. And outside of the cannabis travel, which is harder because the industry's new, and I actually found out 2 weeks ago when I did that event that there's not too many of us, and I'm actually pretty high in pretty high in that world. I know, but there's still people in there, and I'm gonna reach out to them because I got connected to them. Got connected to that event, and I have their contact information. I would definitely be reaching out and definitely learning because one of the people I met manage a hotel group.
Fire.
And I was like, oh, I definitely need to get in to understand what it is how you see things from your perspective. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that conversation. That's fire. That's mine.
I love that. Okay.
I tell you, I ain't gonna give y'all shit I can't handle, bro. So
I gotta give mine a little bit of thought too. The first person that pops up in my head is always like Pinky Cole and Milan Harris. But I want to reach out for them to be on like a For the Girls type of platform where I have them speaking as like keynotes or something like that for like huge mogul talk conference or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. So we gonna see. Those my two. I'll put those on the board. And that's big, so y'all gotta hold me accountable. Y'all know I talk crazy. Like I'll jump straight out the window and then fumble for the parachute after. But I always pull the cord, so it's cool.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Okay.
So what you got?
I think for me, like I said, honestly, I feel like I don't have much more to contribute to closing out the year. I think we
want to start in the new year right now.
Yeah. Starting in the new year. I would definitely say to list out all of the holidays and special dates. Use ChatGPT or not ChatGPT, AI, one of them, whichever platform you use. Use it to create like a calendar of the year. What I do is I export the whole thing and then I look at each of them and I figure out ways that I can align that date with one, some, or all of my brands. So for example, July something is National Ice Cream Day. So obviously that's a big day for Scoop when we are active. This year we weren't as active, but in 2026 we'll be active in 2 markets, both in New York and in tri-state and in Florida. So you know, that like a date like that would be on the book for that, but it may also be on the book for New Heat Studios where I can do like some sort of ice cream social. So just like exporting important dates that can align with your brand. And that again goes into kind of like planning out the year and thinking about like your goals and what you're looking to do. What else?
I had one of them.
I would say can we do a little better? I'm channeling the live from 2021. Can we do a lot better with finding a balance between our business and our like personal life? Because there's an overlap. There's always going to be an overlap. We're never going to pretend that anyone is 100% balanced and, you know, being able to do one over or under the other, right?
I mean, and plus balance shifts every day to day. That's the point of balance.
Right.
Like, new things get introduced, things fall off, and you got to adjust all the time.
But you have to schedule out that time to take care of self. I realize like a lot of entrepreneurs in my network, people that, you know, have brands or even are just like interested in getting into business and things like that, they don't take time for self. Just like take better care of yourself. We wanna see your company grow, your brand grow to all of the levels and extents that it can, but we also want to see you there to be able to run it, right? So if you're not taking care of yourself, then somebody else is going to have to run your company.
Yes. Or take care of you.
Exactly.
That's expensive.
Huh? Yeah, you gotta take care of your mental health, like your mental health and your
Physical
physical
health.
self, your physical self for real.
In fact, now I remember where I was gonna take that. And this is where I get on my catch a flight vacations soapbox. Your business, one. Most of us start our business with the idea of it giving us some kind of financial freedom, right?
Correct.
Unless you're running a nonprofit, or unless you're just sadistic and like, I'm about to start something that is going to take over my entire life and I won't sleep. Yay. But that's what actually happens, you know? It will take over your entire life and you won't sleep. If you let it. If you let it.
For sure.
And your business, yes, financial freedom. Yes, you got to put in the time. Yes, you got to put in the grind. Yes, you're up early, you stay late. I get all of that. But it doesn't have to be that way. With proper planning, with proper execution, with proper building habits, you can turn your business from something that you need to run 24/7, 365, on and on and on, to a system of processes that you can either semi-automate or fully automate in a way that gives you back your time. And that is one of the things I want to challenge you to. Is take your business, figure out the processes that make your business run, and try to figure out how you can automate these things. How you can make these moments matter. Because if not, you will burn yourself out. It is not a matter of if, it is a matter of what.
Yeah.
You are a human being, but you only got but so much energy. You got only but so much patience. You got only but so much time before it becomes too much. And I don't know when that is for you. Everybody's timeline is different, but everybody has a fuse, and it will burn out. And one thing that we like to do as entrepreneurs is borrow from tomorrow into today. We be like, we'll sleep when we dead. We sleep when we do this. And your body is a physical thing that has limitations. I'm feeling it right now. I'm tired as hell right now because I worked this morning and I went to sleep late and I couldn't sleep. And I woke up and I still had to show up, and I showed up. I'm here. Yeah. But I know tonight when I go home, I got to go to sleep. Tomorrow's election day, I'm off, so I got to make sure I get some rest.
Right.
I know that because I'm tired this week, I'm not going to add extra things on my plate. Because I've done that before. I've done overpromised and thinking, oh, yeah, I got this. And now I'm tired and I don't do it. Now I got to come up with an excuse.
Right.
I'd rather just say no.
Yeah.
And on the second part of that is find ways. Well, come talk to me for real. Because this is one of our favorite conversations. And I'm going to tip into it now, but we're going to have another conversation because I done had a conversation about it 2 times on this show. Turn your business into something fun, something that rewards you. Put money aside from your business for goals, for trips, because all of that stuff can be written off in your taxes. Well, first of all, prepare for your taxes. I said that already. Do that again. And not just for this year, but prepare for your taxes for next year. Figure out how much revenue you want to make. Figure out how you're going to be saving that revenue, how you're going to be spending that revenue, where that revenue is going to go, and where you're going to put aside the money for the taxes. Because, again, Uncle Sam don't play. And I say that because if you are tax-focused and tax mindset, you can take advantage of a lot of things that a lot of people are not going to notice because they aren't meant for a lot of people to notice. The United States is a place where, in a place of 300 plus million, every so often a select few people get a position of power and they put something in place and they're like, if somebody noticed this, they're going to come up. Usually it's for my peoples to notice this.
Right.
But as the laws make it so that they can't just be like, hey, I wrote this for my people alone, right?
Yeah, it has to be public knowledge,
it gotta
but
be
the
public
public
knowledge.
just don't know.
They just don't know. And so you got to tap into that, right? There's if you want to get a house, there's FHA loans that allow you to get a four unit property if you live in one of them for only 3.5 down when an average house is 20% down. wouldn't have known that. There is the fact that if you take a trip on your business, if you take it for your business, and you take it, and you do at least 50% of business where you can record the fact that you either had a meeting, you went to see something, you went to do something, then you can write off your meals for the day at up to 50%, your flights, your hotels, and all the other things, as long as it is pertaining and is necessary and ordinary for your business to function.
Yep.
So that means you can have your quarterly board meeting in Turks and Caicos on the beach if you want.
Yes, I cannot wait.
You could have it in the Poconos if you wanted to. You could be on Miami if you wanted to. Please don't go there and go get drunk and not record what the hell you needed to do. I tell the story all the time of this man who spent $10,000 in a strip club in a year. And then when he went to file taxes, he wrote that those $10,000 spent in said strip club was to entertain his clients, because his clients needed to feel comfortable in order to make the decisions needed to continue business with him.
I've heard that a lot.
I told it mad
That's
times.
not a thing?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a thing.
Oh, okay.
And he got all 10,000 back.
Oh, okay.
Because it was necessary
I thought this was
and
like
ordinary.
Yeah, okay.
No, I told the story mad times. I tell
Yeah.
like I'm not the only person that tells the story.
See that in movies all the time.
Exactly. Again, the only reason Al Capone ever got caught is because the IRS caught that motherfucker, okay? So if you play smart, get a good accountant, or you learn on your own, you could take advantage of a lot of tax breaks, a lot of tax benefits, a lot of tax credits, a lot of governmental programs once the shutdown is shut up. I'm tired of hearing about it. When we reach to those moments, then you will be very, very, very happy that you listened and you took the time, because you will see just how much is out there circling right under people's noses, but it's not labeled and it doesn't have a nice packaged bow that says, "Look at me," and people will completely miss it. Completely miss it. So don't miss it. Don't miss those opportunities. Funding from things like grants, things like,
oh my gosh, that was gonna be
competitions.
That was gonna be my next thing.
All of that stuff. You know what? Yeah, tap into that.
Yeah, please look for your money, because your money is other people's money. You know what I'm saying? Like, in the very beginning, when we first started the show, and way, 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 way beyond before that, we did a lot of conversation about how other people's money is how you're supposed to be funding your business. It's not supposed to be coming out of your pocket. It's not supposed to come from your 9 to 5. And if you don't have a 9 to 5, it's not supposed to be coming from your side hustles and your child support and all the other things, your unemployment checks, all that and all that.
Granted.
It can, but
I understand that, like, when you're starting and you have your passion, you got to put, a lot of the times you got to put your money behind it.
No, okay.
To prove.
I'm just saying,
because I don't want people to be like, oh, wait, whoa, I've been spending this money on my time. Like, what
yeah, no.
I understand.
You start somewhere.
You start somewhere.
But that's not the plan. That's not the goal. Okay? The goal is you start the business, whatever it is, and you take your time to make it happen. But while you are building the business, once you're getting in your flow, you're working on your automations, all of the things that we've said today, you should also be working on your credit. You should also be working on your profit margins. You should be working on making sure that you are applying to these grants. I used to be the person that thought that I didn't qualify for grants because I didn't have a nonprofit.
Oh, no.
I swore you had to have a nonprofit to get grants.
No, not at all.
You know how many years I was in business before I even applied for one?
Uh-huh.
So, like, it's
that's how I feel about business credit. Like,
yeah. If you have good credit, you're missing out if you're not, like, okay. That's a whole other story. We're not even going to get into credit right now. Just fix it.
That's one. If you're going to do that, fix your credit this year. There's a whole bunch of consumer reports out and laws that you could take advantage of. If not, just if you got a lot of cards and stuff out, get a personal loan, consolidate your debt, pay it off, get your interest rates down, fix your personal credit, get those things off your reports. Stop trying to get a get rich quick scheme on the credit fixing thing. Just do it. Just take the time. I got to fix mine. I took risks that I have to now recuperate on, and that's fine. It is a part of the business. It was stressful. It is technically still stressful, but it's okay because I know that the time and the persistence into it is going to pay off in the long run.
Right.
And then once you do that, you position your business to build its own business credit. Please look up business credit. We did a whole 2 episodes on business credit, 3 episodes. We're going to do a couple more this coming year because, again, that is something I want y'all to understand, that we can proudly say this entire business platform, Making Moguls LLC, was created with OPM, other people's money.
Yes, it was. We did not pay for this.
We didn't have to pay for this, okay? And I'm not saying that like, oh, you know, if you got to spend what you got to spend. Not saying that. But in that meantime, please take the time to understand these things, take the time to learn them, take the time to take advantage of these things because there's so many. Again, America is a capitalist society, right? And understanding how capitalism works. Capitalism means not just it's the resources and all of those things, but a capitalist looks on how do I turn my capital into more capital? And the easiest way to do that is to give somebody and lend it, and then they pay you back. America is like, yo, you can get rich, but we're going to get rich off you on the way to you getting rich. And if you understand that, if you really understand that principle, then you will go very far in life because the entire model of seed funding, of getting financing, of getting all that stuff is, hey, guys, trust me, I'm going to make this money back. So please give me the money because I'm going to show you that I'm trustworthy so that you know that by the end of the term when you gave me the money, you would have got all the money back and a little bit more. And then I would have got my money and you would have got your money and we all would have had our money. That's how credit works. That's how business credit works, especially in America. And America is a place right now that favors the corporation and the larger scale businesses because, I mean, the person in charge and his entire cabinet are all people who favor the large businesses. But that doesn't mean that the small businesses can't take advantage of it. It just means the people can't take advantage of it. Because that's not who they care about. They don't care about your person with your social security number. They don't care about that. They don't. They want to bleed you dry. But if you're a business, they have opportunities. They have all these things because they're all about the numbers and the dollars and the stimulating the economy and the blah, 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 blah. And I don't even want to care because a lot of it is all superficial. A lot of it is not rooted in helping anyone but themselves. But you have to take advantage of it. You have to. You have to, because if not, then you're letting these resources go to people who are just going to exploit them. Yeah. And I always used to I always used to first, feel like, like when we raised, you don't want to take advantage of certain programs, because they feel like that's for certain people. But the program is there and somebody going to use the money. So why not you be the one to use it? You know what I mean? Like you feel too good to take certain things or you feel too good to do certain things. Now, again, I'm not saying don't align with your morals, but do what you need to do in a way that makes sense and that can align you with taking advantage of how the system works. Because the system's going to take advantage of you, and these billionaire companies going to keep getting bailed out. Taxpayer dollars. So why not use your taxpayer dollars to fund yourself, to take advantage of yourself? Okay, I don't know what just happened.
How's the stream looking?
The stream look clear, so I don't know what just happened. Okay, but we here. If you guys had any glitch, it looked like it was glitching on our end. If it glitched, we apologize. But we here. I hope you heard everything we saying. We here. Yes. We hear everything we saying. So, what's the last thing we wanna make sure if they don't even remember anything we said in this episode? Which I don't know why you spent a whole hour watching Making Moguls. It's not SpongeBob,
Last thing. Make it count.
That's a good one.
Make it count. Make the next year really count. Because we don't know what the year is going to bring. We don't know what it's going to look like going into 2027. So make that shit count.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
And for me, I would say it still goes back to finding your community.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever that may look like, please be open to defining and redefining what that looks like for you.
Mm-hmm.
Because we don't know what the next year may look like. And a lot of things have changed so rapidly within this time.
Right.
And with that being said, with that space and the understanding of it all, you're going to need the support of the people around you. You're going to need people to lean on in times. Communities are getting torn apart right now. Things are difficult for a lot of people, and there's really no end in sight, to be very honest. And we can't look for other people to save us, but we can look for other people to lean on. We can look for other people to be there for us, to stand with us, and to hold us up. The rest of the work we're going to do. But having those people will help get through a lot of this. Yeah. And help us share our resources and pull everything together, because together we stand, divided we fall, and they all been about dividing us for a long time. So please, even if tapping into the community means finding us and reaching out to us, we are here for you. We are here with you, and we are here to grow through you, because either you win with us
or you watch us win.
I'm telling you.
So with that, tell them where they can find you.
All right. First and foremost, please, if you sat through this episode for this long, please like, please subscribe.
Yes.
Please hit that notification bell. There's another step now. You gotta drop a comment. Do all the things to show us that we should continue to do this, because we want to continue to do this.
And share us with all of your favorite business owners and brands and creatives, so that they can subscribe as well, because we are on our road to 1,000, so that we can get monetized.
Yes. So please do what you got to do. And yeah, so Making Moguls Show, the Making Moguls Show on YouTube, on Instagram, Making Moguls on Facebook. Yes. And for me, I am Sir Vé Jano Alexander. Sir Vé Jano Alexander. AKA
we didn't put it.
King Cosmic. Yeah, I know. We gotta fix those next time. I want to make the fancy ones to go on the bottom that they right down here, and they look nice, you know.
Okay.
But I gotta get my graphic designer skills back up and shit, you know. If you can't find me, you ain't looking hard enough, because I'm literally the only Sir Vé Jano Alexander. I'm the only Vé Jano Alexander. I'm the only Vé Jano. Like, I used to, like, I don't even like plugging myself no more, for real. Like, I mean, obviously, if you never met me, I like plugging myself, but yeah, I don't even like plugging myself for real, because I'll be like, again, if you wasn't looking, you really wasn't trying to find me, like, so I don't want to.
But that's okay, because if you can't find him, then come find me. I'll help you find him.
Exactly.
It's your girl Dom. That's Dom with a Y, not an I. Dom Smith on Instagram. Find me, hit me up. If you need any business consulting, brand management, marketing ideas, anything of the sort, you can reach out to either of us, both of us. We'll make it happen. Our Calendly link is in our bio on Instagram, the Making Moguls Show, so that you can sign up or apply, rather, to come on the show. We are looking for guests to come up and talk about your story, talk about your journey, give some real gems and resources for our listeners. So if you have a story to tell and you got some substance to sell, then come on to the show, hit us up. But yeah, so.
But only if you come with real gems, because
yeah. We don't do that fluff stuff.
Nope. Don't waste my time.
At all.
But with that, people, enjoy the rest of your evening.
Yes.
If you are watching this live, please go vote tomorrow. Exercise your right, because they're trying to take it away from you.
Yeah.
So do that. Vote. Do what you got to do. And stay warm, stay safe, and be good to one another.
Yeah.
I'm out.